Man, god, or supervillain? Who's the toughest guy in the DC universe? Chances are, if you ask a man on the street, the answer will be Batman. With a little prep time, so they say, the Dark Knight could defeat anyone. This isn't always the case though. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, and when you've been around as long as the Dark Knight, you're bound to take a few lumps every now and then. I'm Yoon from What Culture, and here are 8 comic book characters who beat the Batman. Number 8. Superman. Especially after the alarmingly one-sided Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, it's a common opinion that, should he so fancy, the Dark Knight could beat the paste out of the Man of Steel. Thankfully, this isn't always the case, no matter what that pesky old Frank Miller might have you believe. By the way, he only won there because Green Arrow was there, but everyone forgets about Ollie, don't they? The big blue Boy Scout has beaten Batman plenty of times, both in universe and out, usually while one or the other of them is possessed, drugged, or is just being evil. Number 7. Bane. Speaking of breaking the bat, Batman's most famous defeat comes at the hands, or knee rather, of the gargantuan Bane, who hands poor Brucey his most humiliating defeat on record. After freeing all the inmates from Arkham Asylum, Bane sets his plan into motion during nightfall, destroying the life of an already weakened Batman, and well, the results ain't pretty. Spirit and spine crushed, Bruce Wayne passes the mantle onto one Jean-Paul Valley, sips tea, and well, it doesn't end too well. Since Nightfall, Bane and Batman have fought on multiple occasions, usually to a standstill. But out of all of his rogues gallery, Bane has the chilling distinction of being the bad guy who actually did it. He beat the Bat in every way. Number 6. Deathstroke. Like many Batman villains, Deathstroke the Terminator functions as a dark mirror to the Dark Knight, an already tough-as-nails assassin with enhanced strength and healing powers thanks to a Captain America-style super soldier program. As a side, you should all be reading Christopher Priest's Deathstroke comic. Okay, thanks, bye. Batman and Deathstroke have fought multiple times, and as the hero, you'd expect the Bat to come out on top. This isn't the case in Deathstroke 8 through 9 though, in which the assassin beats Batman senseless before leaving him prone, defeated, and humiliated atop a building ledge. Bat shouldn't feel too bad though. After all, Deathstroke did take on the Justice League all by himself in 2004's Identity Crisis. He did pretty well for himself there as well. Number 5. Lady Shiva. Lady Shiva may have helped train Bruce Wayne in becoming the Batman, but this doesn't make them the best of pals. Just as often, you'll find them at odds against each other, usually due to her own lack of a no-killing rule. Lady Shiva's prowess is so great that she can easily take Batman, schooling her student even this late in his vigilante career. It's lucky, then, that her sense of honor usually keeps them on the same side. After the whole Bane incident, it was Shiva who helped Batman retrain back to peak strength, and even trained a Robin for him as well. Number 4. Wonder Woman. Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are DC's trinity, and super friends, so you'd think. Not always. While we're more than aware of Batman and Superman's affinity for knocking lumps out of each other every time they have a disagreement, Batman and Wonder Woman have done their fair share of fighting too. Most notably, the pair came to blows in Wonder Woman Hikateya, battling over the future of a young woman the Amazon princess is sworn to protect. The fight is about as one-sided as you might expect from a man taking on a goddess in their own graphic novel. Wonder Woman beats him with ease, stomping his head into a puddle for good measure. Number 3. The Predator. Batman has fought the Predator multiple times now, but he very nearly didn't survive the first occasion. Completely unprepared for his otherworldly opponent, Batman is utterly trashed by the Predator and is almost killed in the process. You know what comes next. After a little prep time, Batman returns and, with some help from a mecha-style suit and Alfred's trusty blunderbuss, yes, Blunderbuss, defeats the alien menace without too much trouble. Thankfully, Arkham's cell space is saved by a traditional Predator suicide bomb, and Batman's reputation makes a full recovery. Number 2. Prometheus. Another Dark Mirror anti-Batman type, this one being a villainous version of the Dark Knight who, after seeing his parents killed before him by cops, decides to become the ultimate criminal. Like Batman, he traveled the world picking up martial arts skills and badass gadgetry. This puts him on a direct collision course with Batman, who he manages to take out quite easily in the Justice League headquarters during their grand reopening. Batman doesn't even get a rematch to redress the balance. Catwoman ends up defeating Prometheus with a short, sharp snap to the nuts with her trusty whip. That's gotta hurt. Number 1. The Joker. While the Joker is in no way a physical match for his beloved Batman, that doesn't mean he can't still best his nemesis on a fairly frequent basis. Whether it's with a sneak attack, cheating, or just dumb luck, the Joker has defeated Batman on a surprising number of occasions. Where it really hurts, however, is in his many psychological victories. Murdering Jason Todd, brutally injuring Barbara Gordon, lopping off poor Alfred's hand, kidnapping the entire Bat family, no other criminal has wrought such damage to Batman and his war on crime like the Clown Prince. There's even been his complete absolute victory as well, in Emperor Joker, in which, after reshaping the world in his own image, Joker uses his newfound godlike powers to torture Batman to death every day until infinity. That sounds terrible.